Can you tell us how
Mark.
much each will be paid, particularly Mr. Lou? There's been some rumors about what his salary will be as city administrator.
We're still working on the details of that, but it certainly will be in line with what he's made the last 4 years. There'll be nothing inconsistent with that.
How much was that?
I think it was, how much was Alan? 275? Yeah, obviously more than worth, he's more than worth what we paid him. Look at the results.
Mr. Chairman, can you address how the actual dimensions of the job will be, vis-a-vis what they've been in the past administration or other jobs, in that top echelon, such as the Attorney General or the Chief of Staff or the City Administrator?
Well, I look at the city administrator and the chief of staff as the two key, most significant roles working with the mayor. I look to the city administrator as the person who will be responsible for making the trains run on time, the person who will take the vision for this administration and ensure that each agency is cognizant of that, and will ensure that those things that are supposed to be done get done. In fact, was responsible for accountability. Ms. Hall will be responsible for running the office of the mayor. There are a number of programs that are run out of the office of the mayor, and she will do what she's done so well in the past, and that is make sure that they run effectively and they are accountable for what they do.
Mayor, like Ray, he's been responsible for all the makeover of the schools. There's a great deal in the capital budget. I think some of what you've suspended now. What's the future now for the working on the school building? Is he going to continue that part of his portfolio?
Well, you can't do that as city administrator, of course. But we will have announcements on how we will handle those responsibilities over the next several weeks. So, but yes, that continues to be an important part of what we do. We have capital projects within the schools that are already approved, that are underway, and there will be no drop-off in efficiency. Jeanette?
I asked Mr. Liu to speak to this. He has a style that has made it a kind of lean, efficient operation that has allowed him to do much of what everybody celebrates. Coming into an office, which is very different from what he's done in the past, how does he think he can make that adjustment? I mean, you were working out of a trailer for a while, and, a few people here, and now you've got an entire government basically and a kind of different structure in which to operate.
I want Mr. Liu to answer, but I want to add to this, and I didn't mention it. If you go back and look at his work history, he was a senior vice president for the Health and Hospitals Corporation in New York, which is the size of the Health and Hospitals Corporation in New York is infinitely bigger than the entire district government's workforce. I think they have 50,000 people. He didn't have all of those people working for him, but he was within a huge structure at that stage, had major responsibilities. So I don't think that this type of responsibility at all is new to him.
Janetta, I'm not even sure if I can answer that question at this point, but you're right that I like lean operations, I like efficient operations, I like thin bureaucracies, and we're going to work to maybe parlay some of my style into this into the way we administer services for the city. But I think it's premature to draw conclusions at this point.
Mr. Liu, can you just sort of explain how this job will be, most of your previous jobs that we're familiar with are basically project management. You have a goal you have to reach. This is a little differently. It's operations management.
Yeah, I think we're going to be looking to establish performance standards. I subscribe to a performance relationship with staff and with contractors, with everyone, and we'll be driven by results.
How will your demeanor fit in terms of
Perfectly, Tom.
reputation for being pleasant until you get mad?
I usually employ charm, Tom. Charm is my most favorite tool.
Is this an example of it now?
Charm.
Last time we see it?
Well, no, I hope to keep that. I hope to keep that going. The mayor-elect and I said to each other a couple of days ago, well, we're going to have some fun, right? And he goes, yeah, we're going to have some fun.
And I think most of you know that Alan and I have worked very closely together for 4 years. I had the oversight of his area, and I've gotten to know him extremely well. And I was quoted in the paper a few weeks ago as saying, everyone knows I like Alan Liu. And you know what? It was a correct quote.
Did you work better with him than Michelle Reed?
I worked well with Alan Liu.
During the budget deliberations yesterday, there were, you and a couple of other council members that said we must, in addition to looking at cutting spending, look forward to, finding out whether we can really afford the type of bureaucracy that we have right now. Scrubbing the budget to look at department budgets and every program. Have you and Alan Liu already begun that process?
No, we have not. But I have, you know, working with the council's budget office, I have had the budget within my purview now since I've been the chair of the council. So I'm intimately familiar with the budget. I certainly have an appreciation for the challenges that we face. And one of the first tasks that we have will be to work to figure out what the fiscal year 12 budget will look like. It's one of the 2 or 3 major priorities that we have, in addition to education and getting people back to work. Fundamental to all of that is fiscal stability. Yeah.
A lot of people are upset about Gabe Klein's resignation being accepted into Argos. Can you talk a bit about your decision to let them go?
Well, I don't know if it's a matter of letting them go. It's a matter of we're selecting the next administration. The people elected me to be the mayor of the District of Columbia, and we want to select people who will be a part of the Gray administration. So it's certainly not a statement about anybody at this stage. It's simply an effort to have the Gray administration reflect the people that we select. I appreciate the work that the 2 people you mentioned have done, as well as others in the District of Columbia have done.
James and Patrick, and then that's it.
Mayor Gray,
Mhm.
Mayor-elect Gray, gotta ask this because this name has been buzzing around in terms of chief of staff. Was Ruben Charles a finalist for the chief of staff job?
Let me say this as clearly as I can. I never had a conversation with Ruben Charles about being the chief of staff nor any other position in the Gray administration. I don't know how to be more clear than that. You know, I pick up the papers at times and, you know, wonder, I won't name any paper, but should we start with Once Upon a Time?
Do you plan on keeping police chief here?
We're going to make all those announcements over the next several weeks. And you all will know in due time who's going to be staying and who else will be staying, who else will be going.
Mr. Gray, you have a plan?
Mayor Ray, a lot of bikers, a lot of folks who live in different parts of the city, with Gabe Klein's unique approach to VDOT, do you have a different vision for what VDOT should do? Do you have more expansion that you want to do on the current program?
I've been very clear that I support bicycles. We've got to have multi modes of transportation in the city. I support bicycles, I support streetcars, I support ways that we can get people out of automobiles and using other methods of transportation. So to the extent that's the question, Mike, I absolutely do support those approaches to transportation, public transportation. Well, I don't know. Gabe Klein wasn't the mayor. I'm the mayor of the District of Columbia. So the question is it different than, Mayor Fenty? And I think Mayor Fenty supported some of the same things we did. I certainly support streetcars. I think he did. He supported bicycles. I support bicycles.
Question from Ms. Hall, last question.
No, wait, what's the last question? This is the guy's gonna run the city.
Well, I wanted to.
There will be plenty of opportunities, Tom, and you won't miss any, I'm sure.
Well, I have one more question, if you don't mind.
Which title today, right?
I wanted to ask about Ms. Hall's experience, because one of the complaints that people made about the current mayor is that his staff didn't really know people in the city, and consequently, people were shut out, whatever. Ms. Hall has been away for a while. What's her experience in terms of being able to kind of pull, I mean, part of the role obviously is a gatekeeper. I don't know if that's gonna be her major role, but that is part of the role. So how much does she really know? She's been away for a while, and how does she see the job? If we could kind of hear from her.
No, I'd be happy to, but I don't think she's been away for a while. She's a native Washingtonian. She lives in the city. She lives in Ward 4. She was active on my chair campaign. She was active on my mayoral campaign. She's somebody who I've known, I think, for 17 or 18 years. So I don't think she's ever been disengaged from what goes on in the city. And she speaks very well for herself, so I'll let her speak.
Thank you. I have to concur with the mayor-elect just said. I have not been away. In fact, as noted, I do live in Ward 4. I've been active in the community. I have been active in his campaigns, but yes, I have not been active in the most recent administration. So that is correct. But I am confident that I am very clear on the mayor's expectations and his vision, and I'll be able to play a major role in that.
And to the question about how do you see the role itself in terms of, I said it's a gatekeeper's role, maybe you don't see it like that. How do you
Yeah,
see it?
I do think in part that is part of the role, but I think it's primarily ensuring that we are advancing the vision of one city. That is the campaign he ran on. That is his commitment to the city. And so I think that I will play an integral part in ensuring that that happens.